Alright, what's up everyone? Duquesne23 here with Forge Hub, and today we're taking a look at a Husky raid map set in New York City. So this is going to be really interesting. It's a fairly small map, naturally, it's Husky raid. So let's just go ahead and jump in immediately and just start looking around. And from the start, you can just immediately tell the cityscape, the skylines, everything like that is really great. This is, of course, all the background detail that this forger put in, which they did a really good job of just adding a bunch of detail into the background, even though people aren't going to be playing and really barely seeing this, because you're not really going to turn and face the opposite direction whenever you're playing Husky raid, I guess, unless you're, red team coming for the blue flag. But even still, the blue flag's right here. You're not going to see a whole lot of it, but I still love the actual detail in the outsides. And look at that little spotlight right there, kind of shining on these brick pillars there. We got, this is I guess a spawning zone for the blue team. We got just a nice little area. I love the different choices of brick that they chose, like for different buildings. So it's not always just the exact same thing over and over. Love the kind of algae or whatever, the bush is growing around certain aspects of certain areas. We got stuff growing also on the floor here, which they did a really good job, of course, of making the floor a little bit different throughout. Like, even though it has the same style, it's kind of like the concrete was patched because it was damaged and stuff, so they have like patchy portions of the concrete and everything. So that's a really good job with that. We got some crates over here, pallets. Really good job just adding some some clutter, but not really too much, because Husky raid, you don't want it to be too cluttered sometimes. So that's really nice. I love the choice of adding a window that's actually the lights on inside. Just provides something different for this little facade, this little backdrop right here. So really good job with that. So let's go and continue on. Naturally, it's raining. Looks like this is not an ideal location. They need to get some more patchwork in here with that concrete. But look at this right here. We got this huge open area between the flags. You can really see each other from the flags right here. This is going to be a wild Husky raid because it is fairly open, so bodies are just going to be dropping the entire time while you're playing on this one. But look at this. We got this little brick area right here, kind of like they started building it up, and it just kind of was falling apart and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Can we actually get up on top of that right here? Let's go ahead and try here. Yes, you can. So you can actually climb up and over with this, especially with a barrel. Of course, people that are more skilled than me can probably do it much quicker. I cannot do it that quick. So but yeah, if you jump on this tire and stuff, of course I'm hitting the top ledge right there, so it's probably best not to go up and over, and that's easier, just go around. But honestly, I really like how open this is. I love the chaos of Husky raid, just because it's just, you get whatever weapon. A lot of times you can get rocket launchers, snipers, just anything like that, and you could just cause so much chaos with it. So I also love the custom truck right here. They did a good job of adding a little custom truck in this area. So just everything overall is just looking fantastic. I love how they adding the lights and stuff to kind of provide some light for this area. Just make it seem like the windows, the rooms on the inside of the windows are turned on. The lights are turned on, so that way it provides light out here in this alleyway. And of course, we have right here the red flag. We got some more detail just around, just not too much. We got electrical boxes and stuff like that here, so that is definitely pretty cool. And of course, the spawn area for the red. Oh, with a train, like an elevated train right there. It kind of looks like an 18-wheeler we got over here, so that's really cool as well. I love what they have done with the aesthetics on this type of stuff. So this is definitely really cool. Of course, it's a very short video because of the fact that it's a Husky raid map and they're fairly small. But I do love whenever people just, have some nice, unique type of maps created and everything. So just want to say thank y'all so much for coming out. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe for more of these daily maps. And that will be it. And remember, let's forge a new Halo.